Hello everyone, welcome to my stamp studio. Sorry, I was a moment or two late. I had to use the restroom. Sorry, it happens, nature calls. Not only that, but my dog also had to use the restroom. So, and it's freaking cold out. Oh my gosh, I don't know where you are, but here in Wisconsin it is freaking cold. Ah! And it's only supposed to get worse. It's supposed to be like what, negative 35? I don't, anything below zero, like any negative number is just too darn cold. I know, my own fault. I live here. I chose to live here in Wisconsin, but it's still freaking cold. But I'm super excited. I'm actually pretty warm. I've been running around doing stuff, getting all ready for tonight. I'm so excited. So we have a new catalog that just launched a couple weeks ago, January 6th. So I had to get my product in, make some samples, get some things going. And tonight I'm going to share all the goodies that I've gotten. Well, maybe not all of them, because I can't quite share all of them yet. So, anyways, I just want to make sure I'm live here. Let me know if you're here. Make sure I'm broadcasting. So, yes, I apologize for being a few minutes late. Could not be helped. All right. I'm going to flip my camera down because we've got so much to do tonight, and I don't want to be here until 10 o'clock. I don't want to keep you here until 10 o'clock, but I've got so many good things to show you. I'm so excited. Okay, here I go. So if you get dizzy, motion sickness, whatever, close your eyes. I will let you know when to open them before I start, all right? So just give me a moment. Close your eyes. All right. Oh, not quite. You can open them. I'm just adjusting a little bit. I just need to get everything kind of in the frame here. All right, so this is our new catalog. Super excited. If you don't have a catalog or if you don't have a demonstrator, go ahead and just message me and let me know. And I will actually put a post on Facebook on how you can get a catalog from me, how you can sign up for my email list. Two very, very important things. If you're watching the replay on YouTube, look in the description. I'll have links for that as well. So I'm just going to start opening the catalog. There's just so many fun things in these catalogs. They're great to have because they have so many different ideas for you. So if you get your product like, oh, I don't know what to make, look at some of the products, it's the projects that they've made. And maybe you're not a scrapbooker, but you can use this idea. Like you can use this little corner here of these hearts to make a card. And keep in mind, things that are like Valentine-y, don't just think Valentine's. Think anniversaries, think birthdays, think love, thinking of you, because of you. There are so many different ways to use Valentine sets. So don't think about it as Valentine. Think about it as love. So these are some of our scrapbooking kits. And yes, I am getting back into scrapbooking again. I was a very avid scrapbooker for a very, very long time. And I kind of dialed it back a bit. And now Stampin' Up! Is just coming out with so many fun kits. I actually picked up this kit. I haven't put it together yet. I am going to be putting it together. I do want to actually get another kit so I can come up some alternative pages because, I like to go rogue. So it happens. And I want to be able to show you how not only you can use these kits to make scrapbook pages, but you can make cards and projects as well. All right, so these are a couple of the different ones that we have. And as we get to some of the products that I've gotten, I'm going to pull them up, show them to you so you can actually see them in real life, well, so to speak, and also tell you about some of the events I have. All right, and I do have 5 make and takes tonight. Yes, 5. You can get the make and takes as a thank you from me when you place a $50 order in my online store. There will be a link on my Facebook page as well as in the YouTube description that you can go shopping in my store, and it is totally secure. It's a Stampin' Up! Website. And when I see your order come in, I will ship the kits. Now, you have until Monday, what's the date? Monday, hold on please. I just need my calendar. I don't know what I do with my calendar. I had it written out and I put my little notepad aside, so just bear with me for a second. Actually, I'm going to go to Wednesday, January 28th. So you have from today, the 22nd, through January 28th to place a $50 order, and I will send you the 5-card kit. All right. In addition to that, I'm going to share some really special things going on. You will also earn $5 from Stampin' Up! It's an extra bonus coupon that will be good for use in February What's great about this is you're getting the 5-card kit from me. You're getting $5 from Stampin' Up, and you still earn your Stampin' Rewards. Bonus, right? So you're getting extra things, extra things. And the other bonus event that we have going right now is our Fabulous Sayings. It is our product of the month. I've got to share this with you. I partnered with 12 other demonstrators, and each month for the product of the month, we have put a 12 project tutorial together. So actually 11 other demonstrators. And when you spend $75 in my online store, you can get the product of the month. This month it is a stamp set. It is called Fabulous Sayings. It's awesome. You get it for $5, and then I am going to send you this tutorial in your email. So you will have 12 different card ideas to make with this stamp set. Bonus. All right. And if you're on my downline, if you're on my team, my Inktails team, I will be sending this out to you as part of my team. You get that for free. Not the stamp set, but the tutorial. Okay, and the last thing I'll talk about is the Valentine Kisses Stamp Camp. I should have renamed this to something else. I should have just called it Kisses Stamp Camp, right? Or Love Stamp Camp. But I'm featuring the Valentine Kisses product. And you know what? I put it away because it wasn't part of the catalog. But let me just go grab it. It is so darn cute. I'll show you this projects, but what you get is you get 8 cards and 2 treat boxes. But look at this set, and you can use this for birthdays, you can use this for anniversaries, you can use it for Valentine's. It's, like I said, not just a Valentine set. All right, let me quick show you the projects in here. Let me show you everything that you get. So you will be getting a full pack of this designer series paper. Now this is in the new catalog. All right, so there are 12 sheets. So I just got portions of them here because I've been using this pile. So they are double-sided. So this is one side, and then on the other side is just some solid graphics. But again, you can use this for birthdays. You can use it for anniversaries, weddings, all sorts of different things. But you get a full pack. Normally I only do a half pack, but you get a full pack this time. Part of the reason is 4 of the cards here are what we call a one-sheet wonder. So from a 6x6 piece of paper, I'm going to show you how to make 4 cards. So really from a 12x12 piece, you can make 16 cards. Woohoo! And then you get a tutorial. So let me just, I'm going to pull out all the goodness here. So, oops, that's not my tutorial. That's, yeah, I can't show you the tutorial because, I'll give you, so that's an example of it. Let me show you the cards really quick. In addition to the designer series paper, you'll also be getting these loose Valentine assortments. They have little hearts and little envelopes. I had to have these because of the envelopes. They're so cute. Let me just open this up. And this is, like I said, these are in the new catalog, so we'll be hitting it up again. But let me see if I can just show you one of those. If you can see, they're tiny, but they're so cute. Hi, Patty. Hi, Beth. Hi, Amy. Welcome. All right. And along with this, you will get a bolt of the bubble bath ribbon. So you're getting a lot of product. You're getting about $40 worth of product in your class. And this stamp camp is $59 sent to you. Now, if you want to come and join me in person, it will be in person on Sunday, February 1st. The last day to sign up is Monday. So if you're interested in this, make sure you sign up. Again, the link will be in the Facebook post and the description of the YouTube video. All right, let's get going on to more fun stuff. Oh, I was going to show you some of the projects. Okay, forgot. All right, so this is a Valentine treat box. This is going to be filled with candy kisses. Here's another little treat box you can fill in with anything. I'm going to quick show the cards. So this is card 1, card 2, card 3, card 4, card 5, 6, 7, 8. So you get your 8 cards. All right, showed you really quick. And I have to share this with you. This is the inside of one of the cards. Isn't that freaking adorable? All right, yes, there are little lips in the stamp set for the bear. Super cute. Okay. I have the love notes here. This is also an add-on class that I'm doing. Oh, I took the paper out already. These love notes here. So you'll be making 6 cards and a couple tags. But let me show you how fun this is. I've got all my pieces here, so let me just move my pieces out of the way. So in this little packet here, you get, it's double-sided paper. Gives you some ideas. And there's multiples of the same, you know, piece here. Then you've got a heart piece. You've got a Azure Afternoon kind of gingham. And I love this piece here. Oh, it's the next piece. Hold on. I haven't pulled up. This piece right here, you just cut out these 3x3 squares and you can make cards. And that's what we've done in the add-on class for the Stamp Camp. You can only get the add-on class through the Stamp Camp. If you don't want the words on it, you just flip over and use the other side, and you can use whatever sentiments you have. And then they have some tags. Again, same thing on the other side. But just a fun stack. You get 48 sheets of 6x6 paper. In the Stamp Camp class, you get a portion of the paper. You get a package of embellishments. You get the Misty Moonlight and white ribbon. And then let me show you a couple of the cards that you'll make. There's some fun folds in here. Ooh, that one's upside down. Okay, so those are just a couple of the cards in the add-on class. I'm sure you're like, let's get going. Let's get rocking and rolling here. I know, I'm getting there. I just had to share these with you because the last chance to order these are January 26th. Make sure if you want that Stamp Camp that you order it sooner than later. I'm going to put my order in right away to make sure nothing runs out of stock because things have been flying off the shelves. Next we have our Reason to Celebrate. I love this stamp set, and it coordinates so well. I have everything organized today. See, it's all right here. This is one of our make and takes. Ding, 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 ding. All right. So this stamp set here coordinates with one of our online exclusives called Seasonal Celebrations. In February, I'm going to be offering a class called 12 Cards. Right, a year of cards. You're going to be making 12 cards with these 2 stamp sets. Again, they're really cute, really fun to use. We're going to use this right now to make one of your make and takes, and this is the make and take that we'll be doing. All right, so your make and takes are going to come in a little envelope or a little baggie like this. On the front, I will have a little label that will give you the link to the YouTube video. Facebook deletes videos after 30 days, so I will send you a link to the Facebook one, so that way you can rewatch the video and see how to assemble your cards. Let me get this card, and I happen to have this one on order. But everything is prepped for you. You need your own stamps, your own ink, okay? But all the other stuff will be done for you. If there is a die cut that's part of, you know, one of these sets, then you'll have to have that yourself, but you'll get the card kit. So this is exactly what you're getting in your card kit. You've got a piece of the new Old Olive Rick Rack ribbon, and you have your pieces of cardstock. Everything is already prepped for you. So let's get started on making this one. This one's a super easy card. All of the cards tonight are pretty easy and quick. I wanted to make sure that you could do them quickly, but feel free to step them up. I would love to see your ideas. If you want to share your ideas with us, go over to the My Stamp Studio VIP group. It's free to join. There's no commitments. And just post your pictures of your projects. So on this piece of Daffodil Delight cardstock, I'm going to score at 1/2 inch. I'm using my scoring tool here, not 1/2 inch, 1/4 inch. So you're just kind of going to go slow every 1/4 inch here. If you want to do 1/2 inch, you can do 1/2 inch. You can do, you know, whatever you want. There is an embossing folder that's also on our online exclusives that originally I was going to use, and then I misplaced it. I found it, but it was already too late to get that prepped. So we are just going to manually create our own background. All right. And we'll have a little bit of ace there, but that's fine. All right, so I've made my own pattern. All right. We're going to go ahead and take this and we're going to pop it up with dimensionals right onto our thick white card base. So let's just flip this over to the back. I can't believe things like our seal and dimensionals, all that kind of stuff is going like on low inventory. So if you need those things, get them now, because that way you can earn, you know, your $5 bonus coupons. And you'll stock up on your adhesive that you need. All right, so there we go. Next thing we're going to do is we have a piece of Summer Splash and then our piece of Basic White. That's already cut for you. Oh, and there's one piece that didn't come out of the envelope. Where did it go? I will have done this little die cut for you. This is from the Stylish Shapes. This is our Lemon Lime Twist cardstock, but I will have that done for you. And let's get out the stamp sets. What did I do with them? I just put them aside. All right, so we're going to use Happy Birthday, and then we're going to use the little party hat. So again, this is Seasonal Celebration, and what's great about our online store now is you can just type in the word celebration, and it's going to bring up all the different products that have the word celebration in it. So you don't necessarily have to have the number. You can just type that in, or you can type in Seasonal Celebrations. I need a little tassel for my top there. There's a little bunny head, but these are pretty big. I mean, so you look at the picture here, they seem kind of small, right? Look how actually large that bunny head is. Look how large the clover is. So you can do a graduation, you can do birthday, you can do Mother's Day, you can do Easter, you can do St. Patrick's Day, Father's Day, all sorts of different things. Alrighty, let's see. The next thing I want to grab is my, and you know, I'm just going to take a moment and get stuff off my table, just so I can just have the things that I need. I did not put away the cardstock I cut up earlier, so just need to move that out of the way. My catalog I will put right over here. I do not need this tutorial out anymore. All right. Okay. I'm going to be using my Versamark, my Embossing Buddy, and my black Wow embossing powder. I'll also need my heat tool. And I have to get my embellishments out here. I don't know which embellishments I used. Hold on. Here they are. All right. These are the embellishments I'm going to be using. These are the Moody Palette Glossy Dots. I'm going to be actually using, if I can slide this out, the white ones here. I'm going to color them with my blends. All right. So I don't need these. I don't know why I pulled that out. All right. Let's move this here. Let's take our, you know what, let's just do our embossing right away. So I'm using my little embossing buddy here so that the flecks of embossing powder don't stick to my paper. It only sticks to that ink. And I've got my Versamark pad. And let's get our Happy Birthday out here. Now I actually did put Happy Birthday together on my stamp here. Let's get that covering off. So here's Birthday. And where's Happy? Happy. All right, what I like to do is I like to actually just put it on my tabletop. Kind of put them where I want it Happy, just off to the side just a little bit. You know, I can pick this up. What I also like to do is just make sure that I have enough room for it. And then I'm going to stamp that with my Versamark ink. I'm using my Versamark ink because it's kind of it's a watermark. It won't show any color, but it's sticky. So when I pour on my embossing powder here, it's going to stick to that ink. Now I've got my fan on, so I'm trying to be careful I don't have this blow all over the place. All right, let's cover that up. And let's get out our little tweezers here. Uh-oh. There we are. All right. Just need to pick this up, tip it off a little bit. I probably could have had those spaced a little bit closer together. All right, I'm going to get a little more embossing powder on there. Tap that off a little bit. All right, let's get our heat tool going. And I'm just going to heat this up. And it's going to go from that powder look to a nice shiny sentiment. Normally I have my heat tool all nice and warmed up before I actually start doing all this, but I didn't have a chance to warm it up before I started today. And I'm using this tweezer so I don't burn my hand while I'm folding my paper here. All right, so there we go. Oh. I'm just going back over because I noticed that some of the powder, ooh, ow, burn my fingers. Some of the powder had not melted. So now after I have that, I like to do my embossing first and set it aside, let that cool so that I don't burn my fingers. I'm going to move that and let me just move this across the room so I don't spill it. There we go. Okay. While that's doing that, let's bring out our colors that we're going to be using. And get all my colors off to the side here. I'm going to be using Summer Splash, Lemon Lime Twist, and Daffodil Delight. I also have my blends here. Was I using my blends? Yes, I need my blends. So I've got my Summer Splash and I did Daffodil. No, that's Summer Molly. All right, let me get my Daffodil out. I must put it away. I was trying to clean in between things, so I probably put it away. All right, let's go ahead and grab this. And we'll grab our little hat. That's what I was looking for. I was looking for my hat. All right, so what I like to do when I'm stamping 3 different colors is I like to stamp the lightest color first. So we'll go ahead and use our Lemon Molly here. And typically, actually the best way to do this is to stamp your middle one first. So I'm going to change the order. So I've got my... So I'm just going to stamp this kind of a little bit lower, not quite in the middle height-wise. So I've got that one done. And we'll do our white. Oh, what did I do with my cleaner? Hold on. I must have left it in the other room. Can you hear me shuffling around? I got my slippers on. Normally I don't have my slippers on, but get that color cleaned off. And then we'll go ahead and stamp our daffodil. I'm going to stamp this off to one side. If I have them touching a little bit, that is totally fine. Clean that one off. And now we'll do our Summer Sun. I'm not closing those because I need to use them again in just a moment. And then we'll do our Summer Sun, or Summer Splash, sorry, not Summer Sun. All right, let's grab our little tassel here. And I'm going to stamp, oopsie, I'm going to stamp my little tassel on top here. I just need a scrap piece to stamp. We'll grab this one over here. Boop. And this one over here. Notice I must have had a little ink on my finger. I'm going to just end up covering that up with something. I don't know what yet. All right, done with those colors. We'll go ahead and clean all these. Put them aside. And because I need to use my blocks over and over again. Oh, come on. Don't stick. Don't stick. Wrong set. I just want to put my things away. I'm going to put all our little guys here way. This is, someone asked me why I keep these top sheets. This is why. So that I don't have my stamps, because they are sticky. I don't have my stamps stick to this paper or anything. And we'll put our happy birthday away. All right. Our new stamp case holders are really tall like that. So when I have a bundle, so a bundle with the dies, I usually put them in the same envelope sleeve. All right. So again, reason to celebrate and seasonal celebrations. All right, we're gonna go ahead and put these two together. Toot, toot. Right there. I'm going to put some adhesive right here. Oh, you know what I forgot to do? All right. Well, this will be interesting. Before this went down, I should have put my little rickrack across. So let's just see if we can pop this off a little bit. I might be able to here. May just have to put new dimensionals on. Yeah. All right. Well. Okay. I'm just going to roll that up a little bit. Next thing I need is I need 2 pieces of tape. I'm just going to use Scotch tape. Yes, you can use your seal, but I found when I'm just wrapping my ribbon around my cardstock, it's so much easier just to use a piece of tape. So I'm just taping the very ends. I'm going to take it right here, and I'm going to tuck this side under. So I do one side, I make sure it's straight, and then I tuck the other side. All right. That way it's not really lumpy when I'm doing this, and it's kind of not straight. All right, there we go. All right, now I can take this. I'm just going to layer it just over the rickrack, like so. There's no rhyme or reason. One might be a little bit lower, one might be a little higher. That's fine. Then I'll take my sentiment here, and I am just going to grab a couple dimensionals, and we'll pop that up. I don't know what to do with my dimensionals. Here we go. Now, when I put my dimensionals on, I'm just going to put them on towards the bottom here. So you can see on this side, there's a little bit of that embossing powder. That's because I didn't use the embossing buddy on that side. So that's what I was talking about. Sometimes that'll stick, and then when you heat it, it'll melt to your paper. So just be a little careful. Okay, so there we go with that. Put those in the back since we've done that. And let's get to coloring our piece here. So I'm just going to take my blend here. I'm going to use my brush side. Now, when you're doing this, just be careful. So you can see that this end is really junky. So this is a perfect one to be able to use for those. So I'm going to do 2 in that color. And, oh, I've got the one right there. All right. You know what? Yeah, well, we'll do another one, large one. And then a small one. So we'll do 5. I know, normally I do 3. You guys are going to be special tonight. Now, I do not include the embellishment here in your card kit. I will include that little piece of ribbon, but I will not include these. It's too hard to send. They get lost too easy. So when you earn your bonus coupons and your rewards, you can add that on. All right, so let's go ahead and pick this up. And the yellow really doesn't show well on a yellow. It kind of does, but I'm just going to put them in different spots here. And maybe I'll put a little one right here. And oh, maybe another one over here. Okay. All right. So that's your first make and take card. And then for your envelope, we have our envelope out here. And just stamp a little hat. I already put everything away, so I'm not going to stamp it. All right. So that's your first make and take. Let's put this right here. And hopefully I remember when I ask, where's the make and takes? They're right there. So just say in front of you. All right, put back in our catalog here. And let's just get these put away. So I have my little pages marked here so that I can show you the product and show you the make and takes that we'll be doing. The Lovely and Beautiful paper is really actually very gorgeous paper. It's specialty paper. It does have some foil look. The specialty paper this time is a little different. So when we get to the Easter Joy, that is really cool. It's way heavier than normal. All right, so our Endless Love. Now, this is currently not available. It'll be available next week. All right. This is an awesome combination of stamp set and dies. So this is where I told you I put my stamp set and my dies in one so I can store it easier. It's a just different way of storing things. There is an embossing folder, this really sweet little hearts. This is where I talked about the loose embellishments, and then your bubble bath ribbon. So that comes to our next make and take. Woohoo! And before I actually do that, there's one other thing that I want to share with you. So in this suite of products here, notice you can make all sorts of Valentine cards, or you can make an anniversary card. On this one, Today and Always, I will probably end up giving this one actually to my husband. Not exactly this one. I'm going to change up the colors a little bit, but give that to him for our anniversary, which is going to be coming up. And the suite also has these gusseted Valentine bags. Okay, so I do have to tell you, they remind me of those little bags that you see in the seat in front of you on the airplane. But yeah, so it's a little treat bag. You can actually take a brayer and color this, or your blending brush and color this a different color. But these are really fun, and there are, let's see, how many bags are in here? There are 16 bags in this package. All right, and then they've got kind of like, you know, the coffee does, so you can seal your bag. So just want to show those. That's not our make and take, sorry. Our make and take is going to be this card right here. All right. And we will be using the bubble bath ribbon. We will also be using this. I actually did this piece for you, so you don't even have to worry about that. And then I will be giving you the Designer Series paper. This is also the same Designer Series paper that is in the Valentine Stamp Camp. All right, so let's go ahead and get out our card kit here. All right. So in your card kit, you'll have all sorts of little pieces. Now, I went ahead, you will need to do your own die cutting here. So I'm not going to give you this. What I'm going to give you is just 2 pieces of cardstock. So you'll be cutting that yourself. And I'll give you a chunk of white, and you'll be cutting that yourself. I did do the vellum circle for you already, and you'll get your 3 strips of Designer Series paper, and it's going to vary from kit to kit. Now, I will do this embossing for you, but I wanted to show you how fun it is, so that's why we're going to do it right now. As soon as I get out my embossing plates here. Whew. I don't know why, like at this time at night, but the heat always kicks in my craft room. You know, it's not this hot during the day. I don't know what it is. All right. So this is one of our 3D embossing folder. So what does that mean? That means it's a thicker embossing folder. So the only plates that you need with your embossing buddy or your cut and emboss machine is your base plate and the this gray folder, number 4. So what you'll do, you have your Stampin' Up! Logo facing up. You have your hinge facing in. Take your paper, plunk it in there. And again, I will have this piece done for you. But I just wanted to show you the magic. I'm going to go through this way, just because it's easier for me where I'm sitting to do that. And it goes through pretty quick. Alright. Ta-da! Let me show you the dies in here. I'm going to be using the Today and Always, and we'll be using our Happy Parade, which coordinates with our Designer Series paper. So let's pull these out. Now these come individually. Again, I just store them together. So I need the Today and Always, but I wanted to kind of show you the stamp set so you can kind of see how big everything is. And then for the dies, there is this large one here. Now this large one and this one here, I have used in the Stamp Camp, I will do that die cutting for you in that. But for right now, if you want to have the heart, you'll need your own heart die. So you'll need to do that in your little arrow. And then this is the banner. So the banner, the arrow, and the heart is what we used from the Endless Love dies. Okay, so that piece is done for you. You have a piece of thick white. You're going to go ahead and just layer that right on there. So I'm going to grab my liquid glue. I find it easier to do liquid glue with embossed pieces. Put that right on the front. All right. Now we're going to take our 3 little pieces, and you decide what size of paper you like best. I'm going to use these 3 right here. I'm just going to lay them cattywampus on the front of the card. I am not trying to plan it. I'm just putting it down. So I'm going to start with this one right here. And we'll just put some, I like, again, using the liquid glue. It gives me some time to move things around if I want. So I'm just going to pick that up and slide that down. All right. Then I'm going to do this one. Again, I'm not measuring. I'm not being precise. I'm just plopping them on there. This is actually one of the layouts from our little 6x6 One Sheet Wonder in the Stamp Camp. So you're getting a little sneak peek of that one. All right. It's a little different. We're not using this particular stamp set. All right. So now I have my vellum, my heart, and we'll get to the other pieces in a minute. I want to talk to you about putting your vellum down. When you put adhesive on vellum, it will show through. So what I'm going to do here is I'm actually going to put down my cardstock first on my vellum circle. Just like that. Just going to plop it on there. All right. Now, when I flip this over, I know where I can put it. The other thing you can do with vellum is you can actually put liquid glue on and just really like blend it in with your finger. That'll take off some of that look, like you won't see that. But for this, I'm just going to do it right behind there. No one's going to see it. I'm okay with my circle kind of sticking up a little bit. It's fine. Adds dimension to my card. All right. This circle was cut from the Stylish Shaped Dies, so you'll have that done. Your little arrow here is in Flirty Flamingo. This is a great time to use your adhesive sheets, or you can use your liquid glue. We're going to just use liquid glue. All right. So I'm just going to put that down. I'm going to go ahead and bring in my sentiment now, today and always. So, like I said, this is really kind of a cute one for a anniversary or wedding card even. So, today and always. And I'm going to actually tie your little bow for you. So your bow will all be all tied and included in your card kit. So I have this little bow. I'll leave it a little bit longer. You adjust it to whatever size you want. All right. I think this is fine. So just need to trim it a little bit here. There we go. I'm going to take a glue dot. Now I have my glue dots over here. And I'm going to find my glue dot. I'm going to actually roll it in half. I'll put my bow right there. So I can leave my bow there for a moment, and then I can decide where I want to hang my tag. Now I'm kind of going to overlap the tags a little bit so that the hole here and the hole there go together. And we can actually, just grab our liquid glue. If you want to use dimensionals, you can. There we go, today and always. Now, we'll take our little bow and we'll just put it right there Ta-da! Anniversary, Valentine's, wedding card, all done. Okay, so now let's grab our envelope here. And I'm going to grab the stamp set. Shoot. Oh, that was my stamp set. And I'm just going to take this right. Actually, you know what? We'll just use this one right here. Now, just be careful when you're peeling this one up. These little areas here are pretty thin, so if you pull that really hard, you're going to rip your stamp. Okay, that happens with any photopolymer stamp. You just have to take your time and be a little patient. Oh, thanks for the love. I appreciate that. All right. So we're going to put some little hearts here. I'm going to flip it over, and I'm going to put some right on the back too. There we go. Easy peasy. Quick and easy, right? All right, where did my scrub go? Here it is. I just want to clean everything. Now with red, what I found is if I stamp it off a little bit, sometimes that ink will come off a little bit better. But I tell you what, red and purple are going to color your photopolymer. It just happens. It's okay. Your photopolymer will be clean and fine to use. Just clean it. It may be a little stained, but it'll still be good. It's all right. All right, let's put these back. So just a cute little set. I don't always buy Valentine sets, but I really felt like this one. I'm like, you know what? I can use hugs and kisses anytime. You know, I can use this for a wedding card. So I really liked that. I thought, you know, this is a great one that is a little bit more, I don't know, user-friendly. Okay. And I really did like the dies too. So I think these are really fun. You can make some cute little treat boxes with this. This one is just more of a really, like a thin paper die. This, I would definitely use adhesive sheets. So if you're going to be getting this one, get some adhesive sheet. Save yourself some grief. All right, let's put that one away. All right, so that was our second card. And we'll even keep our envelope with it. So when I say, where's my second card? All right, that's my first one. All right, what's next here? All right, let's bring back in the catalog. And where's I at here? So we did that one. We did that. Oh, here's where I was talking about you can color it. That's some of the, I don't know if you can see this very well. See that really thin paper there? That is that thin heart die. Okay, this is our next make and take. Oh, it is so cute. This paper, I gotta tell you, it's awesome. It is probably the most different specialty paper I have seen come from Stampin' Up. It is double-sided, but I gotta tell you, it's really heavy duty. It's not thin. You know, some of it is like regular paper. This is not thin. I mean, Stampin' Up's designer paper is always good. It's high quality. But this is a lot thicker. So if you're going to be using this for, you know, a really avid card, you know, with lots of things on it, just consider the weight, right? It's much heavier than it was before. So I'm going to just show you the paper. So you can kind of see how it curls. It's a lot thicker. So one side is shiny. It has some elements on it. The other side is more flat. Oops. This is from a different paper. So here's that. I'm going to show you all the different papers in here. We've got the tulips and eggs, and then we've got some stripes. We've got some plain pattern. So the one side is shiny. The other side is matte. Right. Then you have some like little sceneries. So you could do your little bunnies and stuff and have sceneries already done. So you get 2 of those sheets in there. And then here's the back of that. Here's another fun one. Now in the catalog, the actual card I was making was kind of based off this one in the catalog. I thought about doing this one, like, oh, I want to show off the paper. It's too pretty. So we had to use it. All right, and then we got some little eggs. So all sorts of different fun. This, if you decide to use this for a scrapbook page, these sheets are heavy enough that they could be your base page. You wouldn't even have to have another piece of cardstock underneath. All right. Then the other pattern that I used with this one coordinates with that whole suite, and I think it's, did I put it in here? What do I do with it? Okay. It is this right here. So you get 3 different designs. There's 2 of each of these sheets. So there is this stripe one, this angle stripe. And again, these are the really heavy duty papers. All right, then you've got this one here with the tulip. It's metallic-y, all right? And all the sides are plain on the other side. All right. So I'm using both of those. Again, really thick. So let's slide that together. Oh, I don't normally do this. I don't know why I did this. I'm gonna have to cut that off later. Normally I cut the top so I can slide things out and it doesn't stick. I don't know why I didn't do that. All right. So let's put our paper all away. And let's get out our card. And the stamp sets we're going to be using. All right. So I'm kind of combining a couple different things here because I wanted to be able to show you these. So we're going to be using our Woolly Friends, which is a cute little sheep stamp set with a coordinating punch. And then we also have our Easter Bunny, which is part of the Easter Joy that has matching dies to it. There are little Easter egg embellishments. And here is our cute little card that we're going to be making. I just thought it would be a fun way to show you both little critters at the same time. One of the feature things I'm going to share with you right now, sneak peek, spoiler alert, this is going to be our February club. So starting January 25th through February 10th, you can sign up for club. I have shortened the club window. Club is a subscription club where every month you are sent a an 8-card kit with designer series paper, embellishments, ribbons, all sorts of stuff, and a tutorial for 4 different card designs, but you get to make 2 of each. And then your choice is to purchase the stamp set and bundle. Yeah, and that's sent directly to you. And there's always there's between $20 and $25 worth of product every month, and it does get sent to you. So again, we'll be using our Woolly Friends for our February club. If you have more questions on club, it is on my website, so mystampstudio.com. You can check it out there. All the information that you need to know is there. It's a PayPal subscription. You can stop it at any time. But this way I get to plan ahead of time and purchase these ahead of time. So like this may run out. So if it does run out, I'll have to cut off club and yeah, we'll have to do it later. I don't know. So that's why I'm doing this early, just because I think this one is going to run out. So if you want club and you want this bundle to be added to your club, just let me know right away. Or you can purchase the bundle ahead of time and then sign up for club. That way you don't have to worry about it. Okay, let's get going on our card. I know I'm talking a lot, so if I'm talking too fast, you have questions, just, I can't see you raise your hand, sorry. Just go ahead and shoot me a message, and I will respond to you. All right, so we have quite a bit, bits and pieces in here. Now, I've done some of my stuff already. All right, so let me just show you the bits and pieces that you're going to have. You're going to have a piece of Shy Shamrock. You're going to have a piece of Smoky Slate. This is for your bunnies. You're going to have a piece of white. This is for, oops, I forgot to add a piece. This is going to be for your sheep. All right, you're going to be die cutting that one out. You'll get 2 strips of the designer series paper and then another chunk of designer series paper. And then we won't need those. You'll have 2 half-inch strips, which we'll need for your sentiment. All right, so let's get going here. Like I said, I already did my little sheet there, but I will do it again and show you how I die cut or how I punched it and everything. So let's go ahead and grab some blocks here. Peel this off. And I'm going to grab this one. Now, this is the one that the punch will cut out, all right? Let me just put it this way so you can tell. It almost kind of looks like a piece of broccoli or cauliflower, just saying. All right, so this is what it cuts out. So I'm just put that right there. It'll also cut out the little bell, a little bow, and then your little sheep head. So what I like to do when I'm stamping these is I flip my die over so I can see which way my paper is going to enter. So I can see that I want to stamp my sheep over on this side because I'm not lining them up. It's just easier. I think it's easier just to put it in there and not have to worry about lining it up. You can line it up. I'll be sharing tricks and tips on that in the club video. All right, so there's that. And now I need to stamp his little head, her little head, its little head, whatever you want to say. All right. So I'm going to stamp the head over on this side, right over here. Just like that. And let's see. I will take a, you know what, we are going to use this little piece of pink. And I'm going to stamp the little bow. Your piece is going to be like half that size because we just need a little area of it. All right, so let's punch out all our pieces here. So I'm just going to start. Oh, I did it backwards. Darn it. Notice my feet are up here, so I need to have that punched the other way. To save myself some grief, I'm just going to cut this in half. I can take a piece of Post-it note paper, stick it right to the edge, and now I can just slide this in. So I'm just going to line that up and punch it out. All right, now I've got my sheep head, which I'll do the same thing on. I'm going to go this way with it. It's just a way for me to hold my paper because I wasn't paying attention. I was too busy talking. And so we'll punch out the little head here. All right. With that, these are all little scraps we can just throw away. Got our little, bow here. And I didn't see which way it punches, so I need to just reverse this. And now I can just slide this piece in. Wow, this is kind of epic failure on my part. I'm planning that one. I apologize. All right, so we're just going to slide that in and line it up, punch it out. Okay. I'm going to throw all these extra little pieces out. Oh, where did my bow go? There it is. Okay, now that I got the black out, don't need black for anything else, so I'll put that away. I need basic gray and Shy Shamrock. And I'm also going to take my blending pen, my blender pen, and I'm going to be using my Pretty in Pink. Oh, the other thing I need to stamp are my bunnies. So let's get our bunnies stamped. And that is from our little Easter bunny stamp set here, our Easter basket. Oh, hey, surprise! So I was playing around and I cut out all these little die cuts of the little daffodils and tulips, so I had a bunch to play with. But that's part of the dies. We're not going to be using those. Let me show you the dies. They're really fun. So here's one of our bunnies. Here's the other bunny. But it makes this big Easter basket. So I can't wait to use this. Ideally, this is going to still be available, and this would be our March club. So this would go from February 25th to March 10th. April is when Easter is, so you'd have plenty of time to get this and make your supplies. But yeah, I really like this basket. There are some really fun things you can do with these strips, so I can't wait to share that with you. A little bit more than we can do tonight, though. All right, let's get our basket, our bunnies. Peel that off. Bunny 1. Now I've given you a big enough piece of paper. Just make sure that you space your bunnies far enough apart so you can run it through your die cut machine. You even have a little extra to do more die cutting or stamping on. All right, I'm going to get those clean real quick, put it away. All right. Wow, we're going pretty good. An hour. We're not doing bad, ladies. Not doing bad. And gents. I know some of the guys out there are watching and they're just being really quiet. They're not saying that they're here. Okay, I grabbed the Hello Spring stamps out, and I will be using, I need that for a minute, Shy Shamrock, and we're going to stamp it on our 1/2 inch strip of basic white. Hello Spring. So not just an Easter set. Again, you know me, I like to be able to show you that you can use your stamps and dies for more than just what they were originally intended. I like to have stamp sets that I can use for more than one thing. Although, you know, I do get some things that are just specific, but I like to know that I can use it for other things. Okay, the reason I was leaving my gray out here is because there was a little thing that I wanted to stamp with the Woolly Friends. I wanted to stamp this little tuft of hair. I thought it would be really cute. So, got this little tuft of hair. Where's my little tiny block? Right there. Oh, I'm not going to be able to see because I have this one there. Let me clean this one real quick and put it away. Now, I don't know which way this goes, so I'm just going to stamp it here. All right. So on here, oh, I didn't stamp his, oh, I did stamp his face. I'm like, I didn't stamp his face? Okay. So I'm just going to look through my block, and I'm going to line this up. There we go. Now he's got a little tuft there. Also in here, I do want to show you that you have your flowers here. There are stamps to color in your flowers, so you don't have to even use your markers. You can stamp your 3 flowers. You can stamp the leaves for your stems here, all right there. So same thing with your little bow. If you just stamp this on white and then stamp this in another color, same with the bell, same way. So you don't even need markers with this one. It's a 2-step stamping set. All right. So let's go ahead and get this die cut. All right, so for here, on my sample, I had taken my dark smoky slate here. Oh, that's gray granite. Okay, smoky slate, where are you? Okay. And I just colored in the legs of my sheep here. We might as well just do our little sheep right away, get him all finished. I'm going to take my light Pretty in Pink and just add some little cheeks. We're going to take a Stampin' Dimensional, put that right in the back of the head, and put that right on our sheep, just like that. All right, so now we have our little bow. We can put our little bow right underneath. I'm just going to do that with my liquid glue. So just do a little dot. Pick that up. Drop it on. Like so. Okay, so our little sheep is done. Let's go ahead and add our little color to our bunnies here. This time I want to use my dark Pretty in Pink. Just because it's smoky slate, I want it to show up a little bit better So we'll use our dark. Oh, I forgot to do his little ears. Okay, hang on. Two. All right. So now I got my nails. And when you first colored in, it's like, oh, you can't even tell it's pink. It'll lighten up. Don't worry. You'll be able to see pink. All right, now I'll do his little nose. And then on the other one, I did little cheeks too. You don't have to do little cheeks if you think that's too cutesy, but I thought it was really cute. Okay, here we go. Put all those back. All that back, and let's get our die cut machine out. I am just going to do this. Because I'm going to run it through my small die cut machine so I can put that on the table better. I'm just trimming that down. I think I'm going to run it through my small die cut machine. Maybe I'm not. What do I do with my die cut machine? Where'd it go? Oh, there it is. It was covered behind my box of goodies. All right. So I can cut both these little bunnies out at the same time. They're just so darling. I always, you know, that's one of the things I do look for. I really look for a cute Easter set every year. I don't know why, but I really want a cute Easter set. If I don't find a cute one, I don't end up getting one, and I'll use one of my old ones, or I'll just come up with a different design. But I do love that basket. I can't wait to use that and make some cards. I've seen so many different ideas. I am actually on a team of like 600-700 people. So we share ideas with each other, and some of the ladies there are over the top. They make the most phenomenal things. Yeah, and we share them with each other. So I have lots of swap cards that I've done. So I made swap cards. I sent them in to a coordinator, and she sends me back cards from the group I signed up with. And so we get a whole bunch of different card ideas. And actually, I did get some for this particular stamp set, but just haven't done them yet. All right, let's just do this piece. I'm going to trim this at an angle. I'm going to take this, and I'm just sliding it right over. I'm not going right to the end, but I want to have that same angle cut. And I'm just going to layer the two together, just like that. So I'm just going to take my liquid glue real quick, layer it together, and then we'll work on our card base. All right. All right. So now I can put that one aside. So here's my two little bunnies. All right. Let's get to making our card base here. So we're going to need our trimmer. And I put mine away, sorry, because I was like, oh, I don't need that. I'm like, yeah, I do. All right. And I have scored this piece in half. So now the next thing I'm going to do is I want to take it and I want to cut two slits here that are 1 inch each. So I'm going to slide this in, and I'm going to go from here right to my score mark. All right. Then, oh, that wasn't supposed to be 1 inch. Sorry, 3/4 inch. Is this 3/4 or is this 1? Oh no, it's supposed to be 1 inch. I'm good, yeah, aren't I? No, I'm not. Oh, please. Let me get a different piece of paper. I messed that one up. I should have wrote down my measurements and I forgot to. It's okay. I got more cardstock. Okay. And I'm going to measure right away to make sure I have the right width. Hold on. It was 3/4. And then I did these wrong too. All right, well, we're just going to do it. Okay, 3/4. So I'm doing this at not 1 inch, but 3/4 of an inch. So I'm going from the end up to my score mark. Right. Then I'm just going to flip it around. I'm going to do it on the other side here. So I'm going from the bottom on this side. Not 1 inch, Beth. 3/4 inch. All right. I did it wrong again. I guess I can't measure tonight. I don't know what my deal is. Hopefully it's why I do my measuring again, because I just apparently can't figure out how to measure anything. All right. Now I should have it. There, shoo. So I cut 3/4 of an inch on each side here. All right. These are going to be taped down, adhered down. Let's just go ahead and do that. Now, if for some reason, like, it's a little longer, just trim them down. All right, so I'm just going to take my adhesive here and run that down, run that down. Sometimes my scoring's not all that perfect, so we'll just trim it. Not a big deal. All right. I want to make sure. Yeah, my scoring was a little bit off, so let's just trim this one down. Okay. All right. So now we've got these two pieces here. What we'll do is we'll take our 2 strips and we're just going to adhere them on here as well. All right. I still feel like I cut something wrong, but I'm going to flip this piece down here because what I'm going to do is just bump these right up to that. Right. So there's just a little bit of an edge around. Not much, but just a little bit. And this side, apparently not. I don't know what I did, but... All right, and then this piece is going to just be right on here, like that. Right. And you do want to put enough adhesive on there. Get those lined up to be the right length. All right, I'm going to go from the top. It's the paper is a little stiff, so I'm just trying to get it to measure up right. All right. Okay. So now I have that. All right. Now I need a piece of my blue gingham ribbon, and you will have this as well. So I'll have this cut for you. You'll get a strip. You'll have to tie your own bow on this one because you're going to be tying it around your center here. So do that real quick. I don't know why I made this card so difficult. It took me like minutes to make. No, it's getting late, I guess. I should know better, but it happens. All right. All right, now I'm just going to trim that at an angle. I just want to get these bows the same size. Okay, there we go. All right, now it's time to decorate the front of our card. So we're going to take our bunnies here and our sheep. We're going to pop everything up on dimensionals. First thing I'm going to do, though, is I'm going to put my sentiment down. That way that will tell me where my bunny or my sheep has to be. So go ahead and layer that one down. Ta-da! And he's going to be right on top of there. All right, so let's add some dimensionals here. All right, so I got my little dimensionals. Let's just get it all peeled off at one time. I just noticed I didn't even have my ring on. I took my ring off the other day, and I don't remember where I put it. I did it to do some sort of cleaning, and I have no idea where I set it down at. Probably in my kitchen. All right. Okay, so then we got our cute little card. All right. I don't know why my dimensions were off on this one, but they will be correct for you. See, I cut these too wide is what the problem was. All right, so that is our, what is that, third card? 1, 2, 3. 3 cards. We have 2 more to go. All right. I'm going to have to step up my game a little bit since I kind of dragged there. So we're going to just, I'm going to clean all those later. We'll get that out done later. Let me just get this stuff out of the way, though. There's some little 1, 2, 1, 2, 1, 2. I just don't want that to stick. All right, we'll just lay that there. If I have too much laying over here, it will all be in my way. All right, there we go with that. Okay, all right. Oh, all right. Let's see what else we have in the catalog now. All right. All right, Sweet Bugs, as cute as a bug collection. When I first saw it, I was like, I don't know. I don't know if I like it. I have been seeing so many cards with it from my fellow demonstrators that I thought, you know what, I'm going to have to do it. These tiny little embellishments, see the little ladybugs, aren't they the cutest thing ever? I'm going to show you a couple cards. This is actually going to be our March Club. Wait, no, March Club is, I'm sorry, this is March Club. The Easter Joy is just going to be a class. But here is a card sample from that. Now, if this becomes unavailable, because this is stinking cute, people have been ordering it left and right, there is a substitute I have for it. So don't worry, we'll get a bug class for either March or April. All right, so that's just a cute little card from it. We're going to go ahead and go on to our next thing here. Let's see, I'm just going to skip through some of this. All right, where am I going? Okay, mix and match paper, and then the address to you. So that is going to be, I have 2 make and takes left. And I've got my project to share from the product of the month. So let me just get these 2 things out here. Where did my card go? All right. So we're going to use the address to you. Now, I know it doesn't look like much, but actually it is really a lot of fun to use. And so you're going to see that in a minute. What I like about this is I actually did a number of cards that I just created, little quick note cards. So I have them in my perpetual calendar box. So I have some quick cards to send. So those are just some ways that you can use the stamp set. Tonight's card is, where is it? It's going to be a little bit more of your own playing, your own deciding what you want to do with it. I'm just going to give you, I'm giving you the supplies for it, but you were going to make your own little card. Now, when I first did this, I'm like, you know what? I really don't like it. But it's the card we made. You know, every once in a while you make a card going, I don't know. But I still think this is really cute. I like it. So we're going to just try something a little different from what I originally did here. So I'm still using the address to you. I really like this. You can use either the circle or the square. This rectangle one, doesn't matter. I'm still going to use the balloons because I do want to do a happy birthday. And these are the pieces that we have. All right. So this mix and match paper. Oh, this isn't mix and match paper. This is, I apologize for that. You're going to get a little section of this paper. But this is that, the beach boardwalk paper. All right. So on one side you have kind of a beachy scene, and then the other side you have more of a, I don't know what you want to call it, just some color. It's not really a design. So this one has this. You can see some palm trees, just different things. Now, depending on how many people order the class kit will depend on if you get the Tiger and Pool Party or Pool Party and Petunia. So, but there's the different papers. There is that scrapbooking kit that goes with it. There is some really, there is a stamp set and dies that also go with this. I just want to use this paper. And then I can't buy everything in the catalog either, so. All right. So I've chosen the paper that has Pool Party and Timid Tiger. I'm just going to get these out of the way. So then you have a Timid Tiger die cut piece and a basic white die cut piece. That will be done for you. You'll have your little bow. That'll all be done. And now we're going to do this piece. So what I'm going to do here is I'm going to actually trim this down. When I tore it, I really didn't like the look. So we're just going to take this piece here. We're just going to do like a 1/2 inch strip, 3/4 inch. It doesn't matter. All right, so I've got 2 1/2 inch strips here. And I will put that, just a little bit of it. I just felt like when I tore it, it just had too much there. So I'm just going to put a little bit of a border on there. This is a great way to save paper, so you don't have to make a giant border. I mean, if you want to use a full piece to make a giant border, you can. But this is a great way to just have some strips added. Oopsie. All right. Normally, I would have my silicone mat under here. Get that one lined up. Get this one lined up. There we go. All right. Now I can just lay this on the front here. Hopefully my cutting was good. All right. I'm just going to use my liquid glue again. All right, now we have our paper here. Before I do anything, I'm just going to go ahead and do my stamping on here. So on my first card, I use the rectangle. On this one, we're going to give the oval a try. So I'll leave this one laying here so you can kind of see what it looks like. And I need my larger block here. So I'm going to drop this on my tabletop. That way it gets back to the oval shape that it's supposed to be. There we go. And we're going to pull in our Memento Black. Oh, well, too late now. I wanted to add the little balloons along here. I didn't do it, so guess we won't. But on my original one, I'd stamped my balloons with Versamark along the top and the bottom. Again, I must be getting tired that I'm forgetting things here. Okay, so here we go. So here's our oval. All right. Ooh, had a little bit too much ink over there. Just I'll have to be careful when I do the next thing. All right, so now I'm going to grab my balloons. Grab a block. Now I re-inked this Memento pad, so it's really juicy, so I just have to be careful. Now you can either have your balloons in the lower corner or the upper corner, totally up to you. I'm just going to do these in the upper corner this time. So I'm just going to go right there. All right, and I'm going to pull in my Lemon Lolly. Let me get my little things here. Okay, I've got Lemon Lolly. I've got Timid Tiger and Pool Party. And you can use whatever, if you have markers and prefer markers, you have pencils, want to do pencils, or blender pen, the blender pens with your ink pad. You can do whichever one you want. All right, so I'm just going to color a little bit of this right here. And this is my dark Timid Tiger. And I'm going to take my dark Lemon Lolly. And then I'll take my dark Pool Party. All right, then I'll come back in with the light for all of them. So I'm doing my chisel side here. And just blending in the dark into the lighter area. Just gives the balloon a little bit of depth, so it doesn't look so flat. All right. Now notice, see how that looks right here? After it dries, look how much more vibrant it is. So don't worry about the color when it's wet. It looks a little off. Once it dries, that color gets much more vibrant. All right. Next thing I do is my happy birthday. And let's get another block here. And there's birthday. And here's happy. Again, I'm going to just put it on my desktop first. Oh, that says mail. Good thing I looked, because that wouldn't have been the right word. Here's happy. All right. So I've got my happy birthday. All right. I can pick it up and kind of see if it looks centered or not. And it didn't. So let's try it again. We'll do birthday. Then I usually like to do it for my desk, but that looks okay. All right, let's get on our black. If you want to do it in a different color, you could. So let's go ahead and try a different color. Well, I like the black. I'm totally fine with that. I'm just going to go ahead and grab my, let's grab, you know, I almost think like Pretty Peacock or Lost Lagoon. Let's do Pretty Peacock. Why not? Let's just see how it's going to look. I just want my happy birthday to stand out a little bit more. There we go. And if I want to make sure it tied together, what I could do is just bring in my Peacock blend here and just color in those little dots. All right, we're going to put this on top of our Timid Tiger. We're going to pop that up on dimensionals. But you can use the same design over and over, and all you do is have to just change your sentiment on there, and you can make so many cards. Now, if you wanted, you could actually turn it this way. This might be fun. Let's just do it this way. All right. And then we have our little bow. You can put the bow in front. You can put it on top. You can put it on the bottom. Whatever floats your boat. Let's put it on the bottom. Now, original, this was this way. So just by turning your card, you can do so many different things. You know, it makes it look like a whole new card. I'm just looking for my glue dot over here. One thing I have found with this ribbon, use double glue dots. Use double glue dots. For whatever reason, just the material of it doesn't like to always hold. So I actually sometimes even use triple glue dots. So I'll put 2 glue dots and then a third on top. So 1, 2, 3. I just found it works better with multiple glue dots. I mean, the ribbon's pretty flat, but for whatever reason, it just needs some extra strength. All right, we'll cut that at an angle, cut that at an angle. All right, so that's our 4th card. We have one last card. Okay, I'm going to move these because they're falling down. And the last card I have is our aspen tree. Now, when I saw this in the catalog, I knew I had to get it because, you know, I have a thing for birch trees, right? Look how pretty this is. And what really sold me on it was when I saw this right here, I'm like, you know, I so could easily do that. So I actually did a swap card based on this idea, and I really liked it, so I wanted to share that with you tonight. And then I really like the prayers and promises. I'm always looking for a good sentiment for sympathy, or, you know, just letting someone know that I care about them and that I'm thinking about them. I really thought prayers and promises was just the ideal one to use. So that's why I have that one. So let's go ahead and check out the card. Now, we're going to make our card just a little bit different. This was a swap card that I did. I did the blending, I did the stamping. I used the birch tree embossing folder on Secret Sea. We're going to change it up just a little bit, and we're actually going to use some of the mix and match paper. So here we go. All the pieces again are going to come just like this. So you're going to have all these little pieces. Instead of doing that embossing folder, I have the mix and match paper. So this mix and match paper has several different designs in it. It's kind of fun. So you've got your Secret Sea here. You've got your bubble bath. You've got this kind of a floral pattern. Behind it, you've got old olive, strawberry splash, I believe, and then some daffodil stripes. Just all sorts of different paper in here. If you can kind of see it. I'm just kind of, we've got a wood grain in here. A little, I don't know what, chevron, and then just a piece kind of like a, I don't know, almost like a wood grain, but with olive, and then some little dots in the back. Just a different kind of pattern. Just something fun, something different. All right, so we're going to take this onto our lemon lime twist. So we're just going to add that right on there. Just like so. All right. I don't think I've done this card for you before. Maybe I did. All right, let's get our aspen tree out. Did I pull it out already? I did. All right, so here we go. All right. Now, it comes as different pieces, so you can make it to be however wide you want. A full, you know, a full forest of trees, or maybe you just want a couple. So it's up to you. We're going to do several here. I'm just looking for my block because I want to use this larger block. Now on this one, I'm going to change it up just a little bit. I'll explain how I did my original card so that you know. On my original card, when I did this, I actually stamped this on masking paper, and then I cut out each individual strip. We don't have time to do that tonight. So I'm just going to stamp it on white, and then we're just going to stamp our tree. So we're not going to have the blue background. But I think that's what really makes that card sharp. So in here, I'm just going to grab several of these. Let's just do it this way. I think I may have even used one of my larger blocks to do this one on. And we'll do, if I can get this one picked up. This one here, I need to move these over a little bit. All right. So again, you're going to make your own kind of wooded forest here. And this one. All right. Okay, so now I'm going to take my basic gray. I need a scrap piece of paper here. trees. All right. Now, on my original one, I did stamp it in Secret C. Doesn't matter, whichever you want to use. And we're going to take our Granny Apple Green. And we'll also do Lemon Lime Twist. All right. I am just going to keep this scrap piece of paper here. All right. And we're going to grab a couple of our different things here. So grab this one. I've got lots of stamps over here to clean. Holy cow. And we'll do this one. So in the Lemon Lime Twist, I'm just going to stamp some of this. All right. This stamp is kind of more of a blotch. All right. This one has more detail on it now. So when I go back in here, I'm going to get a little bit more detail there. I know, it's kind of a happy, springy card. I really like it. Okay. All right. Now we have a piece of Granny Apple Green. We're going to go ahead and mount that right on there. Do. Okay, I'm going to bring in one of the other embellishments here and where is it? Hope I find the embellishments. Should be right in my bin. And it's not. Where did it go? It's not that one. Uh-oh. I took out the embellishment. Don't know what to do with it. Okay, well, I guess we'll use these. I wanted to use the one that had a little bit more shine to it, but no idea what to do with them. Okay, not there, not there. Okay, I've got one more spot to look here, and it's not there either. Okay, we'll use these. That'll work. Okay, and I need to grab some of my linen thread. I have my little strip here. Where did it go? Okay, my little half-inch strip of white. Where did you go? Here it is. And I'm going to go ahead and do my sentiment on there. Now, on my original card, I did I'm here for you. And on the inside, I stamped something else. So I'm here. We'll just do I'm here for you as well. We'll just do the same one. Since I stamped that in basic gray before, I'm going to do the same in basic gray. I'm here for you. Again, God, I got lots of stuff to put away here. I better put it all away before I forget where they go. All right. So I'll stamp I'm here for you. Now, for this, on my original card, I had used the banner punch. You don't necessarily have to use a banner punch. You can leave it straight. You can, trim it at an angle yourself. Totally up to you. I'm just going to leave it straight. I think it's fine just like that. And now what I want is my linen thread. So you'll be getting a little bit of linen thread too here. Okay, I'm just going to straighten it out a little bit. And we'll just tie a big loopy bow. Not that big of a loop. And it's okay if it's curly. I think it'll be fine for this card. All right, I'm going to pop this up on dimensionals. So this is a pretty quick card, but I think, you know, out of all of them, this is one of my more favorite cards. It's one of those cards that you feel, I don't know, I feel peaceful and calm when I've made it. I'm like, I really like this card. It brings out my inner peace. Yeah. All right. And we're going to put this. Now this side I'm going to have a dimensional on. Okay, we're going to be hanging it off the edge here. This side I'm just going to add a little liquid glue on. All right. So now, as I'm finishing up this card, you can get this card kit, class, this 5-card class, for free when you place an order in my online store now through January 28th. And I will send you the class kit as my thank you for your order. You'll be earning your bonus rewards from Stampin' Up, your bonus coupon. And if you spend $75, you can get the product of the month for $5, and you get that tutorial from me absolutely free. And this is actually the card. All right, so that's our first card. I'll bring in all the cards. Oh, we need embellishments. I'll show you the card that I made for the project tutorial. One there, one over here. Yeah, let's put one here. Oh, okay, right there. And then maybe another one. Oh, just put right there. Yeah, good enough. Okay, so there's our card. All right, I'll bring on 5 cards in just a minute. This is the actual card that I did for the Fabulous Sayings product of the month. So I will give, in the tutorial, you have directions on how to make this exact card. And again, using the vellum circle, and this time I embossed on it. So this is just using the paper. The only stamps that I used was our Fabulous Sayings. All right, so let's bring in all 5 cards tonight. So here is our 5th card. Here was our address to you. This is our little Easter Joy or Easter Bunny card. So I just changed it up by a little bit, just adding by a little fluff there. All right, here, maybe I should show you my originals. So there's the original, there's the finished. Now again, you're going to get all the supplies just like I pulled them out, and you can do whatever you want with those. You just need your own stamps, ink, and paper. Here was our little Today and Always card. I don't have enough room here for all my cards. Then we have our Happy Birthday. So there are the 5 cards that we made tonight. Again, you can get these cards for free when you place a $50 order in my online store. I'm going to be writing all that up in a little description. I'm going to take a picture of all the cards. I'll post it on Facebook, and then in that post, you'll see all the different links to my email, to my store, to the YouTube video once it finishes uploading, and yeah. Oh, and then for the Valentine Stamp Camp, I'll have all those links available for you. So thanks for joining me tonight. I appreciate you spending all this time with me, and I had so much fun with the new catalog. I hope you all have fun with it too, and I look forward to seeing you at some of my future classes. Yeah. Stay warm this weekend. I know it's supposed to be cold here in the Midwest and in other areas, so try to stay warm. I am actually going to be going out to the assisted living for a card class. Originally they're like, oh, it's too cold to come. Like, we're going to be in a building. What does it matter? So I am going to the assisted living to do a card class with them. Those folks are so fun to be with that I'm like, I enjoy my time with them, so I really want to go. So I said I would be there for them. And then I have a girl's birthday dinner Christmas party, so I can't wait for that. Lisa makes a seafood boil that is out of this world, and everyone just brings so many good things. So I will be having great times with great people all weekend. I can't wait. So I hope your weekend is as good as I know mine's going to be. Take care and love you all, and thank you so much again for joining. Bye.